the key principles of fitness independence is to stop fighting some of these behaviors and mind games that we play in our fitness culture, that we're often told we shouldn't be doing these things, but we still do them anyway. And then we go back and like, I know I shouldn't be doing this and stuff. I say, let's use these tricks that our mind always plays on us, or these mental grooves that we always get into, and use them towards our advantage rather than trying to fight them with all this time and energy and everything. That doesn't really get anywhere. Here's an example. We are often told, don't compare yourself to others, right? Don't compare yourself to that person. Don't compare yourself to anyone else but yourself, and be your own best person and beat your own records and blah, 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 blah. It's good intentioned advice, but come on, it never works. It never happens. We're like, yeah, I'm just comparing myself. I'm not like anybody else. And then we go into the grocery store and you see people on magazine covers and you're like, oh, I want to be like that. Or you see like guys in the movies all jacked up and everything and like, oh, I'm all skinny, I don't, you know, and then it's like, oh, that's right, I'm not supposed to compare myself. Let's use this comparison thing to our advantage, shall we? Instead of fighting it, it could be the best thing we could ever do. Here's why. You see something that you're kind of liking to a degree, okay? Someone with more muscle, or they're thinner, or they got more money, or whatever, right? You have a choice. As soon as you see that and you have an emotional reaction to it, okay? You can either put it in a negative light or a positive light. If you put it in a negative light and you say to yourself, I don't have that, I'm not good enough for that, I don't like that, I don't have what they have or something, our mind immediately starts saying, that's not right, we've got to start making ourselves feel better, and we come up with the excuses, right? They're on steroids, it's genetic, they're younger than me, they had better childhood, they've got more money, they've got the personal trainer. You know, we make up these excuses to try and rationalize why they have it and we don't. But the problem with that is when we make those excuses, we literally tell ourselves, I can't have that. This is why I don't have it, and this is why they do, and therefore that's why I don't have it, and that's why I can't have it. And sometimes this takes on a really dark spin when we say, we put that in supposedly a negative light of, well, they're stuck-up snobs, they're meatheads, they're jerks, they're muscle-bound freaks, they're not functional. We make all this stuff up so that we try and make ourselves feel better, but what we're really telling our subconscious is, even though I admire that and I want that, keep it away from me. I'm trying to send signals through my subconscious saying that I don't have it and I'm fine with it, even though I'm really not. Even though I really do want to have that type of body or performance, I'm trying to convince myself that I'm better off without it. This is a one-way trip to misery, okay? So that's what happens when we take a negative stance to it. Now we could spin it around and take it with a positive stance. We could look at it and instead of comparing ourselves in a negative light, we could compare ourselves in a positive and say, damn, that guy looks jacked. Holy smokes, that guy's got some great muscles, or that person over there's got a rockin' body, or they've got the ability to perform awesome on the basketball court, or whatever. Instead of downplaying it and trying to bring them down, we admire it. We look at it and we're like, well, that's freaking awesome, I love that. Maybe even compliment them to their face. Dude, you're looking great on those pull-ups. There's an interesting thing that happens as soon as we do that. We literally take a positive spin on it, and we send the signal through our subconscious of, that's awesome, I want that, there's nothing wrong with admitting that, and I think it's possible. I think I can do it, because there's nothing out there in fitness that between the haves and have-nots. There's just the people who have more and the people who have less. So the person who has strength and muscle, you have strength and muscle. So by putting a positive spin on it, you see yourself in them. You see, okay, so they can run so fast. I can run fast too, not as fast, but when you're running and everything, you're picturing yourself, yeah, I'm kind of like that person running on the track, or the guy in the gym doing the pull-ups. I'm more like that. I want to be more like that. And you start building up this association with what you want, and instead of pushing away what you really want, you're attracting it and pulling it towards you, and you keep building up and up and up and up. The other thing too is when you have a positive spin to it, you build potentially a positive relationship with the individual, even if you don't talk to them, but you know, they become an inspiration. They become a role model, even if it's just someone on the TV screen. Someone who inspires you, motivates you, gives you energy to go after that thing that you want. So the bottom line is, you see something, if you have a negative reaction to it, you're literally creating pain and suffering towards that thing and pushing it away from you. But if you say, no, that's awesome, I really like that, and you admit it, which is good, then you literally set up this chain reaction of events to get it, to go after it and attract it more towards you. So be very careful about what happens when you see somebody with something that you actually want. Doing the whole excuse thing will not make you feel better. Seeing it in a positive light and commending them and saying, this is something that, I really admire in you, that's the best thing you could possibly do. Use the comparison to your advantage rather than your disadvantage. Thoughts down below. Till then, be fit, live free.